Are we live? Should I put my pants on?
Yes, and we are live. Good evening,
Oh, it's
ladies and
too late.
gentlemen,
I'm
boys
keeping
and
them off.
girls, and children of all ages. Welcome to CHAOS120 for this, your Christmas holiday weekend. It is 2017, which means you have less than 72 hours to get those Christmas gifts in if you haven't done it yet, which shame on you. You should have done it in October. We have
Can
a
we get a
very
happy Hanukkah for the CG over here?
happy Hanukkah. Well,
I'm
all right.
just kidding. I'm not Jewish.
It's all good, man. I go actually up over into Manhasset. They got a really good spread that they put out over there every Hanukkah. But all right. Anyway, let me go really quick through the introductories to this for our panel that we got with us tonight. We have with us Greater Ajax.
Hello.
Irving Twin.
How you doing?
Purposeful Discussion.
I honestly don't know why I keep getting invited to these things, but hello.
And the next 6 minutes.
How's it going, everyone?
Well, I invite you because I enjoy your candor.
Yeah. I'm memeing. It's late for me. I'm on old man time.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock for me.
It's 11 o'clock for me too. It's different when you're old.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to be 39 in a few months myself.
Oh shit, you're older than I am.
Yeah.
Not in spirit though. Not in spirit. That's all that matters.
Oh God, I feel like an old soul half the time.
So, Scoob, I was just talking to Irving and Ajax about this. Apparently, our stream last night has become famous enough that a question was asked on the Lords of the Night as to what the hell happened.
You know, I'll be honest. I know that Smirt was the catalyst, and I just took off my headphones. I went, made myself a cup of tea, came back over, put the headphones back in. Heard there was still yelling going on. Took the headphones off, walked back over. I cleaned a few things in the kitchen. Heard there was more yelling. Your guess is as good as mine. You can tell, like when I started cleaning the kitchen, the microphone went on my icon.
I had to do the Dave Rubin twice.
I heard. Actually, that's what I was going to say. Every time I put the headphones in, I heard you doing Dave Rubin.
No, see, but that wasn't because the argument. It was that wasn't even because it was an argument. It wasn't heated. There was 10 people and everyone talking, so everyone was loud. That's it. There was no like anger involved, right?
It was a true definition of chaos.
Yes, exactly. And I just want to jump in here. Stalemate in the chat says, "May your memes be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be right."
Hallelujah.
Well, my Christmas is very good right now. You guys have no idea. Oh, I just came from, I was actually over earlier in Queens. They are so miserable. They are so miserable. They're talking about the tax plan that he just passed through. Oh, they're so miserable. With their little berets and their hats, you know, they dress like Frenchmen walking around like, oh no, what are we going to do?
Hey, would you say, Scoob, that the tears, the salty tears are so abundant that when your feet touch the ground, they don't even have to touch snow?
The tears will keep the ice off the road. That's a good thing. Plus, your state opted out of being like tax saved, so fuck them.
Yeah, I'm actually. This is the thing. Like a lot of people have been asking me, like, "Aren't you concerned because you live in a blue state?" I said, "Well, one, I'm a poor person already, so it's not like they can take much more from me. But the other thing is, this will be good because we'll finally get rid of that friggin' mafioso we got up in Albany."
That'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, him and his party will not be able to run the state without the federal government. Now that the taxes are getting cut like this, I'm all for it. I mean, it's going to be hard for like a year or two while we make an adjustment, but I'll take one for the team, for the country.
Man, sometimes you got to break a few eggs to make that omelet.
I never knew what it'd feel like to live in the timeline where New York was jealous of the rest of the United States.
Yeah.
But it feels good. It feels good.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it this way. Over the past 20 years, my state, my home specifically, lower New York, has been invaded by these dickbags from all over the country. And they've wanted to turn it into some sort of screwball utopia. And I'm so glad that it's crumbling around them. It's so much fun. It is.
I'm just glad the tax plan is a family-oriented tax plan.
Oh yeah. I'm bad. I'm actually glad that it's it's going to help our economy so much now that the corporations are going to come back and we're not like sucking them dry like the fucking Democrats have been doing for the past 10, 20 years. It's all they do.
Well, the Democrats actually should be really happy about this because our unemployment rate is like, what, 4% right now? Mm-hmm. So if we have like a massive jobs growth thing, then there's going to be a legitimate argument there for like more immigration because we're going to need employees. You know what I mean?
Well, this is Dave. I've been waiting now about 4 or 5 years for reassignment by New York State. They told me if I don't hear from them by February 2nd, 2019, I should call them. So maybe they should actually give the people who are waiting jobs first. That's the thing. That's how they run. Yeah, that's how they run these blue states. They'll keep you waiting and waiting and waiting for a job, but then they'll make you where they want. This is the thing that how they run it here. They want you to go. They want you to find a job. Will take the money from you to pay back the food stamps. If you get food stamps, they literally want you to pay back whatever they lay out. Like they lay a vig against your pay if you start working again. I told them, I said, and this is the thing now. Then they said, okay, if we're giving you food stamps, job we find for you. Otherwise, we're not going to give you anything. And like they were saying to me, well, you have to go scrub toilets if we find it for you. And I said to them, I have a bad back. They said, well, you have to medically prove it. Otherwise, we're going to say that you don't want to work until you start finding you. This is the thing that New York State does now. Once you sign a paper with them that you take food stamps, if you don't work in whatever job position they find for you, they'll try to fine you for it. Mm-hmm. This is some new insanity that they came up with because you signed a contract with them to get food stamps. They can take anything you want, anything you have. They actually called my sister. My sister has the proof of this. Oh, Burnside's going to love this. His timing is, I swear to Christ, you got like divine timing, Burnside. I'm so glad I have all of you here, especially you, Porpoiseful. You're going to like this. Check this out. From the IRS, if she doesn't pay them the money she owes them, they're going to come take her dog.
What the fuck? The IRS,
I swear to Christ, man, I get struck dead right now. They're going to take her dog and the dog's food.
What?
She's got the letter with the lawyer.
Property.
Well, I mean, of course they're going to take the dog's food. I mean, that's good, actually, because I don't want them to take the dog in and not feed it.
Well, naturally,
or take the food without the dog.
Or just take the dog's food. We're taking this. Walks out.
Yeah, take the dog's food. That's like some shit they do in China, man.
Yeah, they're gonna learn.
No, in China, I tell you right now, the dog for food.
No, they take the food first.
Try to take my sister's dog. I'll take their fucking hands. Line you don't cross. That's like taking a family member.
You should get out of that state, man. That's all you need to do.
With that, man, that's fucked up. Take someone's pet. Fuck all of that, dude.
That's why I'm telling you. This is New York State. This is the IRS. This is federal. They can do this to any of you. Well, not you, Irv. You lucky fuck. They're not going to come steal your dog, but.
Hey, they'll probably try, man. You never know. The IRS. I remember a few years ago under Premier Obama, they were going after militia-like people and shit because they're like, oh, constitutional people so bad because they do not accept the great Obamunism. And shit, so they basically gave him an Obama tax for that, and they were like, well, what the fuck? And they said, shut up and pay it. Shut the hell up and pay your Obama tax. You damn dirty constitutionalists.
You just remember the song by Billy Joel, Down East of Alexa?
Mm-hmm.
That was a phenomenon. My father was a fisherman. That was, but he was also a fisherman. And one of the things that they would do to the fishermen around here, the IRS, when the fishermen were getting into their back taxes, They were taking away their boats. They were taking away these guys' nets. They were taking away their lines.
What?
Yeah. The IRS would cut. They would take anything and everything that they could away from them.
The only thing the IRS cannot take from an individual is their wedding ring.
Yeah. They
No,
can
that's
take
so ridiculous.
everything else.
You owe money, so what we're going to do is start taking away the things that you would use to generate the money you owe us.
It's some grifterly fucking mafia bullshit. I mean, for fuck's sakes, what the hell are these guys? The Federal Department of Hoarding? Are these motherfuckers trying to do any shit like that? Like, I know
Actually,
I'm not.
mafia wouldn't even do anything like this.
Well, when you don't actually have money, you have to take it from other people.
Yeah.
That's the trouble with socialism, is that sooner or later you run out of other people's money.
You start taking other people's shit until you get shot. Then you have revolution.
Look, it's the problem with government in general. It's mandated that they cannot make a profit in any way, shape, or form, meaning they cannot run a business other than to recoup tax.
True.
For a while, the Internal Revenue Service and by extension the federal government ran a brothel, the Mustang Ranch in Las Vegas, in order to recoup the millions of dollars in tax that they owed.
Huh. That's damned.
But as soon as they made up to the amount owed, it had to be liquidated. They cannot make a profit by law. Which that's why instead of the government investing the money that's in the Social Security General Fund, they cannot by law. They would have to privatize it to make more money.
Interesting.
But yeah, Scoob, after the stream, talk to me about your sister's situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you want to do things tonight. What schedule?
Where's the speech when you have shit like this going on, man?
I guess we could just go random through things. What do you feel comfortable starting off with, Six? You usually do the narration. You want to lead in with the news? You want to lead in with the scores?
I can go through the scores really quick. It's not really. There's not a lot of games playing tonight. It looks like Florida Man won tonight because the Panthers have defeated the Wild.
Holy shit! Florida Man won something. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna go streaking through the fucking streets with it. By a fucking gator.
It looks like Plains Flyers have been defeated by the worst team in the East, the Buffalo Sabres.
I hate that fucking team.
There's
the worst fans ever. Their fans are fucking pricks.
In general.
Yeah. Let's see. There seems to be a battle between French Canadians and Alberta. Montreal and Calgary are in the third period. Montreal is up 3-1. Kitty Cat says hi.
Hey, Kitty. Don't get taken by the IRS, Kitty.
Let's see. The Capitals and Coyotes are knotted at 2 with 10 seconds left in the third, so they are going to OT. We'll see if there's any heroics. I hope the Coyotes win because the Capitals are a bunch of pricks. Yeah, Capitals are a bunch of pricks, aren't they, Kitty? Stupid Alex Ovechkin with his weird friggin' smile.
The Jets playing tonight?
Jets are not playing tonight, I don't think. Let me check the full.
I don't follow anyway.
Looks like they're playing tomorrow, maybe. No, they're not playing tomorrow either. But your not favorite team, the Maple Leafs, are playing the Manhattan Rangers tomorrow.
That's a lose-lose situation.
Who do we want to win? I don't know. I hope they both lose.
Yeah.
But that's not possible. Oh yeah, they are playing. The Jets are playing the Islanders.
Oh no!
So your team and Scoob's team are playing. So those are the NHL scores for tonight, and some things to look forward to in the future. What are the Stars playing tomorrow? The Stars are playing the Predators tomorrow. They're playing one of the best teams in the West. So they get those 2 points. Those are going to be a big 2 points. All righty. So I can jump into Chaos News if you want.
Sure.
Or if, okay, let's see. Or if Burnside wants to throw some stats our way.
You want to do your weird religious thing?
Sure, why not? And the correct terminology is pseudo-religious.
Your weird pseudo-religious thing?
My
You need to start
pseudo-religious
wearing
cult.
vestments when you do that, bro. Seriously, Six. You gotta start wearing like the vestments.
Yeah.
We gotta get you like a Pope hat.
Purple fucking sash and shit.
Oh man. Some get me like a plastic snake that I can wrap around my neck.
Yeah. We'll get you an incense thing you can shake like a Catholic priest.
Oh, you know truck nuts? Just
Truck
dangle
nuts.
them from your chin.
Dangling from my forehead, so I'm like good old Rahm Emanuel. Peace and testicles be upon him. Big, hairy, sweaty, especially hairy for the nose ticklings, and if he happens to have something stuck in his teeth, he can yank one down and dental floss it out.
How many rosaries a night does that cost you, bro?
I had to go check elevators. What the hell did I just miss?
You missed a good one there, Burnside.
I shit you not. The fucking same one that I tell everyone not to go on fucking broke down again.
Is people stuck in there?
Thankfully, no. And she goes, oh, this one not working. And I'm like, dude, there's a fucking sign right there that says out of order. Meaning,
You know what?
motherfucker, don't work.
We had people try to walk into our shop all the time because it was, I don't know why they had in their mind that the shop was located where the restrooms were located. So we had people come in there all the time asking, thinking that they were walking into the restrooms when that's not even because we had people walking to the back, the back of the store behind, the two doors that goes into the back with all the storage rooms and shit like that. We had people walking back there
really?
looking for the friggin' bathrooms.
Why are people that dumb? I've heard that a lot with people. That
they would not let us put up a sign because they thought it would be rude or...
Rude my ass. Have you seen the city of Shirakistan? They have a middle finger sticker for everything. We have department stickers for everything that exists. Department of Anal Raping? Oh yeah, they've got a sticker for that. Department of Federal Fuckery? They've got a sticker for that. Department of All Hail the Green Frog? Yeah, they've got a sticker for that, and they got one for the Great Palpal Sack as well.
Speaking of Palpal Sack, peace and testicles be upon Rahm Emanuel, our guru, nay, our patron saint of gun control, our patron saint of nutshots. Peace and testicles be upon him. Light the candles for the gun control gods are angry tonight, and they demand a sacrifice of prayers and sweaty testicles. Take it away, Burnside.
Oh boy. Well, I am looking at these stats, and let me refresh them because if these are correct, these motherfuckers are beyond angry. They are pissed because it looks like we have another day without dead bodies. Or the stats haven't been updated, but that's like flip a coin and guess. Because normally they're pretty up to date with this. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but yesterday we did this was 614 shot and killed, 2,890 shot and wounded, 3,504 people altogether shot total, and then as far as overall homicides, it's 664.
I'm sorry. I know it's a joke, but I do find it weird that we're lamenting a lack of murders.
This is as dark as sarcasm and gallows humor as I think we're personally capable of. I think we take it to a really ridiculous extreme. We're trying Yeah, we are trying to find the limits of Poe's law in this kind of in this context.
Pretty much.
It is awful. I will say that the people that should be giving more of a shit about this, people like Al Sharpton and Black Lives Matter and all these other groups, they're not going into these neighborhoods and trying to fix this shit. They want to go into other places, block off highways, and just be assholes to everybody else. Take that shit to their neighborhoods. No.
Exactly, man. They'll go to that mile and block off traffic. They won't go to fucking Inglewood and block off traffic. They'll either get stomped on by the hydraulic vehicles or they'll get shot to death by their own people.
They would rather virtue signal
block off an airport runway because it was fucking climate change is racist or something. I don't fucking know.
They would rather virtue signal in everywhere that they everywhere other than where they need to be.
Exactly.
And this is the source of our sarcasm, because we recognize we see this ridiculousness. We see this lack of action because this attitude of internalized white supremacy everywhere. That
okay, I hope at this point you're explaining it to the audience, because I get it.
Yeah, I know.
I still find it weird.
I know it is weird. It's meant to be weird. It's meant to make people uncomfortable because it's meant to make people think.
Yep.
It's meant to people. Yeah, it's meant to make people get past a lot of the apathy and think
first signaling bullshit and just go, gee, I really motherfucking wonder. You know?
Think seriously about changing the political landscape of cities like Chicago, so people can actually defend themselves and not have to worry about these bullshit gun control measures that don't work, that ultimately end up with more death. Not just death of all the good white people, but the people of color that evidently are the biggest concern, but not really.
And speaking of self-defense, we actually have a self-defense stat here.
We do.
Yeah, it's actually relatively new. I must have whizzed by it a couple times, but it says as of 12/13/17. So it hasn't been updated, but that's because they apparently just put this in. It's a 2017 self-defense stat. As of this year, in acts of self-defense, we've had 11 people killed and 9 wounded. As of the 13th.
So those were as a result of necessary action because someone was defending themselves. This is the stat. This is the stat we actually like to see.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny talking about nut shots and butt shots and stuff, but this is the stat that we actually like to see.
Yeah. And it has a little disclaimer at the bottom. It says it does not include police officers, but is not limited to just shootings. Let's see here. Stats do not include on/off-duty police or other law enforcement, and are not limited to firearm-related incidents. Fatal stabbings are also included. So in a great city like Shirakistan, where the biggest shank you can have, because that's the blade length of these is barely considered a knife by my book and probably everyone else's. They barely let you have a blade that is 1 inch long. So yeah, you can wind up having to fatally stab somebody in defense of yourself. Because now
self-defense is illegal in Canada, so
they want to make it illegal here. Trust me. With all the ridiculous laws I was talking about yesterday, and
why would you want to kill your enemy and let them win, though?
Exactly. Such racism there. No.
Yes, drink a nice tall frothy soy latte and let your enemies lose by not killing them.
Exactly. Just let them Allahu rape bar everything and anything that exists. So that is how you win. You know,
Hey,
do whatever.
say what you want about Kraut, but Kraut said, "No, you kill your fucking enemies."
He also said we should have gassed all of them. But anyways,
Yeah. Anyways, back to the fun stats here. All right, as for our total number of carjackings are 865. I don't believe that's changed, and our fun stats are pretty much the same. 173 ass shots, 56 nut shots, 28 shots to oneself, and let's see here. I'm going to call this other one that we went over yesterday the privilege stat, which is the number of total ethnicities of people shot and killed. I just need to go find it here.
So the numbers have not significantly increased, the individual stats.
So far, no. I'm pretty sure either they have not updated any of these, or
You do know what that means, right, Burnside?
they without bodies.
It means that the gun control gods are angry, and we need to light more candles.
Oh,
could this
and-
be
Because our
some sort
patron
of,
saint demands it.
could this
Yeah.
be some sort of Christmas truce?
He is comforted by the giant scrotum of nut shots draped upon his face. It hides his shame from the world.
Yeah,
Like Saint Bernard's Veil of Tears.
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, the gun could. Yeah, even I just checked
Say
our
Ron's
privilege
favorite or
stat.
Though I will say this time of year, the scrotum is rather festive because Rahm Emanuel has taken to hanging Christmas ornaments upon the various pubic things that
The
are
man's
dangling around him.
Yep.
The
don't let
man's
it-
hanging balls on his balls.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Yes, he is.
And bells, because, you know, every time a bell rings,
A Democrat gets a vote.
Sharon wants to know if the UN has rolled into Chicago yet.
Not that I've heard of yet, but I am absolutely waiting for these morons to come here. Because just like the joke that I cracked with her and everyone else at the Rebels, I'm waiting for these morons to come in here. Because the hoods are going to kill them, butcher them, rape them, literally rape them. You know, after they have enough drugs, they'll have sex with anything that walks, even the poor dog. And what they're going to do is they're going to steal their vehicles, and they're going to
well,
make them look like
not before the IRS makes off with that dog.
Yeah, in that case, it might actually be better that the IRS confiscates the dog before, you know, Captain Cokehead decides he wants to, you know, have bestiality with it.
I'm sorry, sir. I know you would like to fornicate with this canine, but we are the IRS, and we're confiscating it.
And we have first dibs.
Yeah. Yeah, even our privilege stats are unchanged. So, yeah, either we have a day without bodies, there's some type of Christmas truce. The only thing that is certain, the gun control gods are effing furious. And
Yeah.
if they wind up in retaliation sending the United Nations down here, let them. I will
We're
laugh.
gonna need enough candles to burn down a forest.
Oh, yeah. Like one equivalent to California. That's how many candles we're going to need because, oh, boy. I foresee so many blue helmets sacrificing their testicles to the gun control gods.
You know, you can see Rom picking up just a little bit of that scrot and peering out at you and pointing his long bony finger. You shall not anger the gun control gods.
Or they shall send us the blue helmets.
And the
My man
IRS to
Stalemate
steal
in
the
the chat.
dogs.
Sorry, is saying according to is that Reuters RT? Chicago official seeks UN help over genocide in black community.
Actually, yes.
RT is the Russian Times.
Yeah. Yeah, Commissioner Boykin used that excuse. His basic excuse for bringing the blue helmets in or attempting to is that he allegedly feels so terrible because all these neighborhoods, and actually, I could actually name off these neighborhoods. Let me bring up the stats so I can actually finger point exactly what.
Well, if there is a genocide, then who's doing the genociding?
The
So
Democrats.
that's what I mean. Is the Democrats? No, is there a term that means genocide and suicide?
I'm not sure, but here I'll see if I could actually definitely progressivism.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll name off these neighborhoods in particular that he's probably referring to that are on both ends of the city. Because the basic excuse Commissioner Boykin has is he feels bad that in all these black ghetto neighborhoods, all the black ghetto people are killing each other. So his solution is instead of changing law like he actually can do, he can influence that because he's the commissioner. And he's in close with not just the great patron saint of nutshots, but the city council. Instead of doing that, he's like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to bring the United Nations in and just intensify the genocide. Because let's see here. According to the map we have here from Ajax, that's where we get stats from.
The only black lives that matter are the ones that are politically valuable to the hucksters and people who continually take advantage of black communities in these cities that have been democratically ruled for what, 50, 60 years now?
Yep.
Going on 60 some odd, yes. Let's see here. Yeah, apparently the deadliest quote hood is the Austin neighborhood, that's on the northwest side. That's a little bit north of Little Village, and we've got a total of 80 homicides there, 367 people that are wounded, which leaves a total of 447 people who have been affected.
And that's all
under that.
And that's all Mexican gangs.
Yup. Undoubtedly, man. I wouldn't doubt it.
And I'm sure right behind it is Roseland, Inglewood, Bronzeville, and Calumet Park.
Let me see here. Actually, no, North Lawndale is right underneath that one.
That's right next to Bronzeville.
Yeah, so it's close. And then underneath. Oh, wait. Whoops. Hold on. I got that the other way around. Inglewood actually has more homicides. Inglewood has 47 homicides. North Lawndale has 36. Although North Lawndale has more wounded than Inglewood. But that's because they have a little less practice. I'm not sure. Because in Inglewood, they got 190 wounded. In North Lawndale, it's 207. And then let's see here. What do we have after that? Then we got Garfield Park, which is 32 homicides, 211 wounded. And then
this is why I would very much like to see people like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and the leadership of Black Lives Matter and a lot of these other groups, all buried in paupers' graves with only a photocopy of a headstone stapled to the ground.
Yep, and the other two bad neighborhoods are both are right next door to me. How lovely is Roseland and South Shore. Roseland has 33 homicides. South Shore has 32. It's probably because the other one's in one of the dilapidated houses they have over there with all the do not enter signs on there and foreclosed and all that good stuff.
You want the real
Jordans?
Roseland's actually worse than all of them put together, but they never find the bodies.
Yeah.
No, that's the God's honest truth.
Oh, I'm very certain of that, man. I've been through South Shore. You could hide a lot of stuff there. And Roseland, I'm pretty sure it's just about the damn same. But I've never really thoroughly gone through Roseland to be certain.
Again, I bring up that image in my head of Kanye West blaming Bush for not caring about black people and transposing the whole Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson do not care about black people.
They don't.
No, they don't. I mean,
they care about Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson.
Well, they care about green things, that's for sure.
Yes.
They
green
care
things
about
that they give.
as far as them being a commodity for them, yeah. That's their meal ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and actually, for the deadliest hood, these apparently were updated on the 3rd. So yeah, it very well could be that as of today, there's more bodies in all these neighborhoods, but they just haven't, put them into the stats yet because they're counting them and then trying to keep dead bodies matter at bay because the only lives that matter to them are the dead ones of their same ethnicity. If it's a black dead body, damn right we're gonna be pissed off about it. Was it killed by another black body? Maybe we'll ignore that.
Sweep that one under the rug.
Oh yeah.
All the other skeletons in their closet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of damn skeletons under that rug.
Yep. Bet your ass there are. They hide anything they could fit under there.
That's not Mount Rainier. That's the skeletons under their rug.
Yep.
Of
Trust me.
course, all the skeletons are now voting Democrat.
Yep.
They're blue skeletons.
Yep. That's the only way one can truly repent for, such institutionalized racism and all other BS excuses. One must perish in Shirakistan by a force of absolute criminal violence and then have their identity stolen so that they may eternally become a Democrat voter.
Well, I feel like changing subjects now. That got dark.
Yeah, let's totally do that because
Merry Christmas.
Oh man,
There we go.
I wish we had a soundboard so we have little bell sounds after that. Okay, let's see. Let me find where these stories start. Oh dear. It looks like Ohio man is vying for the throne of worst in the nation. They do have their work cut out for them, but I've seen an uptick in the number of stories from Ohio man. This one comes to us from our own Sylvanas Darkangel, who cannot be with us tonight because she is under the weather. She has caught a seasonal bug and is out of commission. Okay, let's see. It looks like a pair from Cleveland. Yes, that is the home of the Browns, one of the worst football teams in the sport right now. Charged with transporting kids in hot U-Haul truck.
Nice.
What the
Right.
hell?
I guess why have them up in the vehicle with all the air conditioning? Stick them back in the U-Haul truck. Holy shit. Okay, Elira, Ohio. A man and a woman have been charged after authorities say they transported 5 children, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 golden children, in the back of a U-Haul truck on a sweltering summer day. Damn. 55-year-old Brian Deckham and 26-year-old Jamie Adkins, both of Cleveland, are free on bonds after being indicted on child endangering charges Thursday in Lorain County. Authorities say the pair was arrested August 2nd when they stopped at the Elria gas station for drinks while traveling to Cleveland. Concerned Elria city workers stopped the truck from leaving and found 5 sweat-soaked, flea-bitten children ranging in age from 2 to 15 inside the cargo box.
Jesus.
Fucking hell!
Yeah. Well, what the hell were they transporting? They had so many damn fleas on them.
That's
Good gosh.
up, dude. What the hell are they doing? Were they
Roll-
trying to fucking roll these out to the Epsteins or some shit?
I have no idea. The 2-year-old was hospitalized for heat exhaustion. Temperatures that day reached 85 degrees, which when you're in a closed metal box
Hit 100
is
no problem.
Yeah. Adkins told police he was babysitting the 4 youngest children.
That is
Oh no, I'm not trafficking them.
firecracker.
Babysitting.
Yeah, there's a there's a misunderstanding with the nomenclature there. Let's see. Messages were left Friday with attorneys for Deckham and Adkins. I don't think that they were returned though. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my gosh. So the back of that U-Haul was essentially an oven. It was turned into an oven because,
What in the fuck?
now these two look like a bunch of winners.
Oh god, do they look like esteemed Democrat voters of the Hillary Party?
I don't exactly know what a Hillary Party Democrat actually looks like. I don't really socialize with crazies. But well, one of them, the lady kind of looks like a pale Shrek, and the old man looks sort of like Woody Harrelson if he was 93 and had a white guy Jerry Coral mullet.
I thought you were going to say and had sex with.
Oh, damn, Irv, damn.
And it looks like he has one of those weird throat plugs. So he's a bastion. He is a virtual wellspring of great decisions. Oh my gosh.
Yep, sounds about right. Sounds like they were with her, so much with her that they wanted to gift her children.
Oh, and he's got one of those "I don't have any teeth" smiles.
Oh.
He's not actually smiling, but you can tell that the guy is missing his pearly whites because of how much his jaw juts up towards his nose. He's got this weird sort of Muppets grimace on his face. You know the one I'm talking about. The big hairy monster Muppet guy with the big lower lip that kind of looks like, yeah, if he had like two little canine teeth protruding down, he'd look just like that guy. He'd look like a cross between that Muppet and Woody Harrelson and a mullet, a Jerry Curl mullet. Oh,
fuck.
Yeah, he's a looker.
I feel bad for any police officer you have to give a description to, bro.
And he's got this look like why am I here? Why am I here? This is bullshit. Why am I here? And the other one, I don't know if she even knows where she is. She's got this. It's not 1,000-yard stare. She's got like a 5-mile stare. Like there's nothing going on in that skull.
Read the serial numbers on the satellite.
Gosh, yeah, she's like I will christen her Clueless Shrek.
Hey, Dave.
Shrek.
Hey, Dad. What's
Yo.
up, man?
How are you?
OB.
Diogenes, you missed Clueless Shrek.
Who's that?
Some lady that looks like Shrek, and it doesn't look like she's.
She looks like she would put 5 children in the back of a U-Haul on an 85-degree day.
Yeah. And claim it's babysitting.
Sounds like Scoop's kind of girl.
Thanks.
I'm just saying, bro. I saw you look at some of those chicks at the Juggalo fucking event, man.
Oh yeah, they were nice looking, like that one blonde with all that shit in her hair.
Oh yeah.
He means literal feces, by the way.
Yeah,
I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that's how you make dreadlocks. I still have video. I got to show you guys sometime. I've got it on the fucking PC of him. Like, it's fucking hysterical. Like, I don't understand why he used the GoPro I gave him to record him flirting with a broad, but he did. And it's like, it's fucking awesome. Because you know what? Like, not even gonna lie, he's pretty smooth about it. He's like, oh, yeah, hey, what's up? You know, just chatting her up. Wasn't her dude with her? Like, I haven't watched it all the way through. I just watched like the first minute and a half, and I'm like, why the fuck did he record this?
I'm sorry, but your 3-word impression of Scooby actually reminded me of Vinnie Barbarino from Welcome Back, Kotter.
I have to watch that. I get the reference vaguely, but not all the way.
Yeah, no, there's 3 dudes that laughed at that.
You mentioned dreadlocks. I just happen to have this interesting little story. Dreaming of a high Christmas. Couple in their 80s busted with 60 pounds of marijuana, claim it was for Christmas presents, cops say.
Yeah.
This story comes, of course, from our Florida correspondent, Colleen Bernier. Let's see. She was
at Christmas. I like to have trees.
What else are you supposed to do with all that homegrown?
A special thanks, of course, goes to Colleen Bernier for showing not just one, but both of my test streams this afternoon. So thank you very much for being there and present to hear all of that. Let's see. I want to know whose grandparents are these, mostly so that they can be my grandparents too, since they seem to be in the giving mood after police say they were busted with 60 pounds of marijuana they insisted was for Christmas presents. For Christmas presents.
60 is not that much.
Yeah, like, I mean, my buddy, I've been helping him because I used to grow my own, learn to grow his own, and he does a couple of outdoor plants every year. He gets about 4 plants, 5 plants sometimes, but usually 4. And I've taught him basically everything I know, and he gets out of 4 plants like 6 pounds.
That's not bad.
That's all right for 4 plants, right? So if you did 10, 12, 20 plants, which isn't like a huge number of plants, it doesn't take like a huge amount of time in your day, you could, get 30, 40 pounds, no problem.
That's enough for stocking stuffers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
You don't even have to take them out of the stocking. Just friggin' light up the end of the toe and.
Depending on what the stocking's made of, because if it's straight from China, you're gonna get some fucking lead poisoning.
Yeah, it's gonna kill you. But if it was, if it was like cotton or
rice paper stockings.
There we go.
Rice paper fucking stockings. Get the fuck out of here.
They call that origami. No, that's Japan. Anyway, police arrested a couple who were in their 80s after saying they found an enormous stash in their truck during a traffic stop in Nebraska. It all began when police noticed that the couple's vehicle was crossing the center line. What's that?
That's good soil in Nebraska.
Oh yeah.
Nebraska's
lots of nutrients.
Drive, though. You don't want to.
It all began
Nebraska.
when police noticed the couple's vehicle was crossing the center line. Apparently, they didn't like driving through there anyway, and the driver was turning without signaling. Yeah, people fucking do that here in San Antonio. That pisses me off.
Dude, it drives me up the fucking wall.
If you're going to change lanes, you flip on those blinkers, even if you only do it once.
1 fucking inch. You move your finger 1 fucking inch.
No,
how hard
don't
is
you know? Well, it's a really expensive extra feature. It's turn signals. A little lever. This shit drives me up the fucking wall. I've driven I've driven all over the fucking country, from Oregon to Virginia, New York. I've driven all the fuck over, and nobody in this fucking country knows how to use their fucking signals.
Yeah, lady, put down the fucking pumpkin spice latte and use your blinker. Fuck's sake. Anyhow, deputies pulled over the 80-year-old Patrick Giron and 83-year-old Barbara Giron, both originally from Clear Lake Oaks, California, and were soon struck by the strong smell of weed coming from the couple's Toyota Tacoma. When, with the help of the police dog, deputies found, they needed a police dog, found some $330,000 worth of weed in the truck that had been put in boxes inside the pickup topper. Authorities said when the couple was being questioned about their impressive stash, they said that they were on their way to Vermont and that the marijuana was for Christmas presents.
Hold on.
They were going to
$33,000.
They're not
$33,000.
60 pounds.
That's at the pound price though. Like go down.
Yeah, they're probably not selling it piecemeal though.
Well, they were giving it away, but I mean, like at the time price, that's way more.
Yeah, down in the. Yeah, no, they make a killing. Well, maybe not in Vermont, because isn't Vermont legal? I know Maine is, and those I don't know geography.
Sure too.
But
I think Vermont actually just went legal last week, completely legal anyway. I'm not sure how. I know the governor was actually giving them a hard time and holding out or a few things. Sticks Hexenhammer was going on about it. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't think it was going to be pertinent.
Yeah, I was about to quip that these guys were on their way to his house.
Right.
The lesson, Scoob, always listen to Sticks.
Mug clink.
Is it bad that I hope it stays illegal on the federal level so that I can make more money?
Hey, man, be a true capitalist. It's all good.
I don't know if that
Hell
would
yeah.
count as true capitalism, but yeah.
Free markets.
Let's see.
Well, free black market.
Yeah.
Hey, a free black market is a good black market. Because once those UN troopers come over here, they're going to be needing a lot of that black market, man. I'm
And
telling
I'm pretty
you.
sure that's racist to call it black market. I think you have to call it market of color.
I like my market. I hate my skin color.
Yeah. This marijuana was for Christmas presents, the police report noted. All that to say, someone's Christmas was definitely taken a sour turn. Obviously, the pot was confiscated, and the couple were taken into custody on felony charges of possession of marijuana with the intent to deliver and no drug tax stamp. And I'm looking at this pile, and it's actually fairly impressive. This is
man, and they're crossing state lines too. They're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
guess
sad.
they both look at the situation like this. They're both in their 80s. What are they going to do?
Throw the book at them. They don't give a shit how old they are. I mean, they weren't like, they didn't pull them over and go like, oh look, little old people. Oh look, a bunch of weed. Oh, you know what? Fuck it, go on your way. They grinched them.
Oh,
They got
boy.
fucking grinched.
Well, I'll be interested to see what the actual sentencing is. I doubt that they're going to be. I doubt that they're going to have both
book
their
thrown at
asses
them?
thrown into prison for the rest of their lives.
Well, I mean, they did.
You mean for
confess-
another week?
They did confess they were going to give it away. So, and they actually bust them with possession with intent to sell.
They'll still charge them for it regardless because of the amount.
They can get them on
and if
tax
they're gonna
evasion
charge
and
them
distribution.
with that alone, based on the amount, yeah, they're gonna fuck them. They're gonna fuck them hard, and that is why I'm glad I've never got caught. I never will.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
let's see.
Funny story on that same note. I've driven from Oregon to Virginia with 5 pounds and a legal as shit gun that was not registered to me, and I got pulled over for going like what 4 over the limit.
4
I
over.
managed to bullshit. Yeah, I was going 4 over. It was actually Nebraska too. Speaking of,
It's at this point that I would like to make mention the concept of statute of limitations.
yeah, totally.
Just
I don't
want
give
to
a shit.
mention that.
But yeah, no, I managed to bullshit my way out of it. I was just like, oh, I didn't know what was going over, sir. And when because he was in front of a semi truck, and I was trying to pass the semi on the left, and then when I noticed the cop, I was also eating a sandwich. So like, when I came even with the cop, and I noticed him. I was like, oh shit, better think fast. So I, no joke, I jammed the sandwich into my face, and I like could see him out of my corner of my eye looking at me. I was like, hopefully he'll just think I'm like some just dumb piece of shit, just jamming a sandwich in my face. And the best part was my driver's license was still Virginian. The car was registered in Oregon. It was not my vehicle. It was a friend's vehicle, who was in on everything, by the way. And that was fun to explain to him, too. And also, the only thing that was covering all of the bud was my sweatshirt. So...
You lucky fucker, D. You lucky
Well,
fucker.
both of my parents were military police, so I know how to talk to cops.
Oh boy.
It's super easy. You're curt, respectful, and not brown nosing, but just respectful, and don't use any slang. And the best part is, you guys have all seen what I look like. I still look the same.
Yep.
So like long ass hair, beard and shit, wild looking, and yet I'm gonna chalk it up to being white. We'll just put it out there. I'll just chalk it up to being white.
That being said, we have a story about the Caucasian's Guide to Black Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry, Christmas of Color. Christmas of Color. Christmas of Color. Anyway,
God, that's
whether you believe the Christmas tradition is rooted in the pagan holiday Saturnalia, or a baby born in swaddling clothing, or shamans getting high and magic mixing. Yes, it is a thing. We can agree that Christmas has become more than a simple religious remembrance and has evolved into a cultural ritual. Because of this, There are stark differences between Black America's celebration of the season and the rest of the country's. We decided to walk you through some of these cultural disparities, just in case you couldn't recognize the holiday being supported on the Black side of town. The Christmas season. When it comes to Black Christmas, the holiday begins much later than the traditional Caucasian season. The White Christmas season begins immediately after the Dallas Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving Day, which they often do. They barely give their turkeys time to digest before they wander to the mall to get their asses kicked in a Black Friday mixed martial arts tournament to buy discounted gifts for their loved ones. I call bullshit on that. I've seen plenty of Black people kicking people's asses and getting their asses kicked. Mixed martial arts style tournament to buy discounted gifts for their loved ones. So bullshit on you. This is not to say that Black people don't wait and okay. He's agreeing with me. Don't wait into Black Friday morass, because as a culture we have been taught to value a good sale. But the reason Black people always win the Walmart kickboxing matches over dirt cheap shit, I can't talk tonight, televisions is partly that unlike our unseasoned shopping counterparts, we aren't purchasing those presents for our loved ones. That's our 47-inch plasma. Y'all don't have enough invested. Who wrote this? Oh, it's a fucking root.
The vagina English, best English ever. What? No F7 button. F7 racist. Very, very racist. No spell correct.
I can't wait this.
Y'all don't have enough.
You can tell that this person who wrote this.
Can I stop this and make this culturally appropriate?
It's our buddy Michael Harriet.
In between every word, you need to clap one time.
Well, I can't clap and hold my laptop up at the same time, so I'll leave that up to you.
Why are you holding up your laptop?
Because I have a cat sitting in my lap.
Place it on top of the cat.
If I do that, the cat will bite and claw me.
The fan sucks all the cat hair up, and then it clogs up the heat sink. It fucks up the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out with the PS4. I don't have one anymore.
Oh, shit. Oh.
In fact, according to a 2017 Gallup poll that was never conducted. What?
Why conduct Gallup poll when you just make results for vagina English? Facts not.
I will read that again. In fact, according to a 2017 Gallup poll that was never conducted, because fake polls are just as valid as real ones. 22% of all Christmas traffic is Black people taking advantage of holiday sales for their own benefit. Black Christmas shoppers purchase most of their gifts during a little-known holiday called Christmas Bonus Paycheck Day.
Kwanzaa. Got it.
Yeah, okay. This is when we start decking the halls with boughs of holly, because this is when the true Christmas season begins. Also, we don't know exactly who Holly is or why she's hanging out in our hallway. Crickets, silence, and more crickets. Holy shit. But if she's thinking about stealing our brand new 47-inch, she will get decked. Right.
This gives me the biggest, flattest 40-inch screen thing.
Everybody, on the count of three, fake laugh. 3, 2, 1. Anyhow, while you might think while you might think it's a shame that Black people celebrate Noel on CP time, whatever that means, you should all. Oh! I'm not savvy enough to know what CP is. Colored people time.
Pretty sure CP stands for child
According to
pornography.
4chan, it's child pornography. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, damn.
So, in other words,
Cheese
while
pizza,
you
baby.
might think it's a shame that Black people celebrate Noel on child pornography time, you should also be aware that Black Christmas season traditionally extends past Christmas Day. Well, It should anyway, because the 12 days of Christmas goes to, I believe it's January 6th.
Yeah, just approaching real Christmas, which is the 7th of January.
There you go. There you go. This, again, is because of sale-related issues, which can be explained by the next part of Black Christmas Presents, gifts. Black Christmas is a present-centric holiday. After all, logic would dictate that the best way to commemorate the birth of a child sent to teach the world that joy, peace, and happiness are found within is through the receiving of presents. However, an economy thrives by the purchases of items at retail establishments, thus supporting the economy. Anyhow, Black people eschew that all gobbledygook about the charity and the joy of giving. That's white people nonsense. Christmas is about the joy of receiving, which brings us back to the Christmas season. The
Man, I
gift
thought it was
giving.
the great gift of stealing. I mean, they're talking all this fop and crap about y'all need to give us this and that and the 40 inches and the 40 ounces and the 40 on the rims. Oh, diggity, my niggity.
But she was talking about a 47-inch TV, so your argument is invalid.
I'm not gonna lie. I stopped listening when I heard the words "the root" and "economics."
Very well. We'll wake you up after the article's done. Let's see. The gift-giving part of Black Christmas lasts until well after December 25th. Most Black children expect to unwrap their lesser presents on Christmas morning, but the real gifts come when their parents hit the after-Christmas sales, or the New Year's Day sales, or in some cases, Christmas gift receiving extends into a bigger and more substantial Black holiday, when Black parents receive their de facto reparations for working all year in a holiday tradition called tax time. So that's in friggin' April. Wouldn't they be getting their Easter presents? I don't know. There may be a semantical argument at this point, but I would point that out that more coincides with the Easter holiday as opposed to Christmas. Let's see. On Christmas morning, there will be Black children across America playing with remote-controlled cars with no batteries and staring at bicycles with no wheels, because when you steal those bicycles, they're usually locked up to a telephone pole. So we'll get you the front wheel next week. Anyhow, they won't be disappointed because they know they will receive the D batteries and bicycle tires sometime between Christmas Day and April 15th.
Who is several months behind us and is like literally opening Halloween candy right now?
Me?
I still have a bag of.
Is that your
candy?
RE, Burns? He's not even there anymore.
I'm eating Cheez-Its, if anybody's complaining about that.
Well, I can eat my candy corn right now, and it will be a pair of plastic rustlers.
Dude, candy corn? That's fucking gross.
I love candy corn. I love gross.
Now I know what to send you.
Send
Tie
me
hookers.
tie hookers and candy corn.
You said gross, so
Tie hookers, he says.
I'll mute while I eat the rest of my Cheez-Its.
I appreciate a good trap. Anyhow, Santa Claus is one of the hallmarks of white Christmas. White kids believe in old Saint Nick until they are 22 or 23 years old. Is this a metric conversion problem here?
No, I think they just need a replacement for a father figure.
Yeah. Black children, on the other hand, have about 16 to 17 minutes of wondrous folly before they realize that the idea of a benevolent white man giving joy to their lives is highly questionable. Because grandma is angry because 60s.
Sounds about right.
Anyhow, this is because white people are much better at accepting bullshit than their Negro counterparts. Because grandma and 60s.
I think I'm missing something. This article was written sarcastically, right?
Yeah.
No.
You never know.
It was written with the idea of someone saw the word sarcastically printed somewhere and wanted to write something sarcastic,
No,
but
it's the root.
fails
Everything
to
that comes out of
understand
the
the
root.
concept. Yeah,
Everything that comes out of the root is passive aggressive.
right. Somebody essentially just looked up the definition of sarcastic before they started writing this article, but didn't really get a grip on it.
No, it's
Concept just went over their head.
It's just passive aggressive is all it is. It's like
what I mean is this is like an Onion article, right?
no,
Yeah.
they're being serious.
Yeah, they're serious.
Oh God. Oh.
This is like
Or you could
writing seriously.
But if you want to think about it as not being serious, I like how he pulls out the bottle of alcohol after going, oh God. If you want to think about it as not being serious, just think of this as like Tyler Perry's Medea version of The Onion.
There we go. Or Chris Rock's. There's a war in the black community. There's black people, and there's, well, you know how that one goes. How did let's see. This is because white people are better at accepting bullshit that their Negro counterparts. As soon as a black kid can talk, he or she has too many questions that can't be answered by the Santa fairy tales, such as how did Santa
Where's my
get in
dad?
our
Sorry, I had to slip it in quick.
How did Santa get into our third-story apartment when we don't have a chimney, Mommy? Shouldn't you be looking for a new alarm system? So he landed on the roof with 12 reindeer, and the pit bull next door didn't even notice. Why did he eat cookies when Grandma's sweet potato pie was right there? Don't you think it's wrong for elves to make all these toys for free? Isn't that kind of like slavery? Hashtag elf lives matter. Okay, on the count of three, everybody. Fake laugh. 1.
I actually read
2,
a really good story
3.
about how. No.
Teehee.
I read a really good story by Neil Gaiman. It's a short. It's like 100 words long. That the elves are not the slaves. Santa's the slave to the elves.
Okay.
You have to read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. Living in a ghetto, be black, hate whitey because slavery, hate Santa because white, hate elves because white, but feel bad for elves because elves are white slaves that give free stuff to black kids.
But you misunderstand, because black people can't be racist.
No, you could have just said the first 2 words and it would have explained.
Ah, okay.
Why didn't
But
Santa leave us more liquor?
for our studio audience, I felt I needed to elaborate. And the final bullet point is, of course, Santa Claus ain't got no D batteries.
Yeah, he does.
Can't come with everything.
They're in Mrs. Claus's vibrator. But anyways, any of you guys hear this movement to make Santa a person of color?
A black gay man?
And then he's got white Santa as his wife.
Well,
it's prison Santa.
Well, first they're going to make him into a person of color, then they're going to make him a midget, then they're going to make him transgender, and then they're going to start chopping off limbs and then replacing them with robot parts. Because if there was an altogether Santa Claus, that's ableism.
Watching you. Claus is watching you.
Claus is watching me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Zim watches you while you're sleeping. Zim watches you while you're awake.
Jerks off on your face. Anyways.
When the dust settles, all that will be living is metal.
Barnes and Noble is selling a book right now called Santa's Husband.
No fucking shit.
No, I'm not shitting you. Santa.
Dude, I'm going back to Barnes and Noble tomorrow.
Santa is married to a black man, and they have a wonderful life together at the North Pole. I shit you not. I will find the link and I will put it in the live chat and the group chat.
You know what? I'd be mad about it. I'd be mad, except that it would explain why they have no kids and keep the reindeer so well.
Maybe that's what the elves are, man. Maybe this is my theory on that. Now that you mentioned it, all right. So Santa and Mrs. Claus, right? Okay, North Pole. Okay, you have all the nuclear tests back in the 50s, kind of like a Godzilla-like scenario, but instead of like Godzilla's, is these mutant little fucking toy-making children. They're like geniuses, but they're also just like like fucking like Quasimodo-looking little motherfuckers.
Like a leprechaun from the movie Leprechaun.
Yeah, except for instead of Warwick Davis, it's like grosser, and so he
It's
locks
Bridget
them
the
in a
Midget.
factory. Yeah, dude, but grosser.
Like Lena
And so
Dunham.
yes, exactly. You know what?
So
It's
that is gross.
Lena Dunham, Quasimodo looking things, all locked in a warehouse, and he's like,
Oh, you mean Amy Schumer? Sorry.
Amy Schumer and Lena Dunham. You know what? I want to have a contest one of these days. We should do a poll. Mine needs poll systems, so that way we can decide who is the grossest, Lena Dunham or Amy Schumer. The
Who would win
potato
a broken bottle
or
fight?
the sister raper.
Oh my gosh.
It's close, but I still got to go Lena Dunham.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking gross.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, because there was
You
a
guys-
point where Amy Schumer was kind of hot.
No.
Earlier on, yeah.
Yeah,
She was
early
alright.
on, she was not bad looking. Before.
At least with Amy Schumer, you can live out your bestiality, wild fantasies.
Oh,
With Lena
nice.
Dunham, it's just like literally fucking a pile of mud.
I have no comment on this.
That's how you
I
get
know
parasites.
why too.
It's
Yeah,
because
we're not going to go into why.
That's because you're.
You tried to fuck her, didn't you?
No, I just wanted to say that I know.
Shut the fuck up.
Tried to fuck her, didn't you, Scoob?
No, I did not. Not at all.
It wouldn't have been hard. All you had to do is prep the harpoon, draw her in.
Well, look,
You'd have been fine.
if he tried to involve himself with Amy Schumer, you know what he would be related with too.
Chuck, yeah.
Chuck Schumer.
Yeah.
You know what? I would like to see, what's her face? Amy Schumer reenact fucking Moby Dick.
Suicide?
And, like, Scoob could be, Suicide would be good, but Moby Dick would be better. And then Scoob could be Ahab. I sabbath thee! And you just stab the shit out of her with a harpoon. That'd be fucking funny.
And the harpoon is his dick.
Yeah, apparently. No, we're not going there.
Yeah, we're gonna make that porn, Scoob. We're gonna get you like.
Oh,
have you ever
Dinos.
seen, Scoob? You've never seen a Serbian film, have you?
Film?
No, you've never seen a Serbian film. So we're gonna get you all jacked up on like fucking Rohypnol and fucking penis pills. So you'll be like all hard and ready to fuck and like all fucked up, and then we're gonna like throw you at Lena Dunham.
Oh,
And then we're gonna film it. It'll be even worse than a Serbian film.
No, I'm good on that. I am so good on that. I don't want to go near either one of them.
talking about
we're gonna-
worse than a Serbian film, we have a Florida man story.
I have some slightly good, slightly bad news for everybody. I'm sorry to interrupt there, but and I got my ferry officer off site. Turns out I will be spending both Christmas Eve and actual Christmas with all you motherfuckers because they apparently gave me both nights to work the night shift.
Waiting for my mom.
What
You gonna
the
get?
fuck?
Are you getting holiday pay for that?
Thankfully, yeah, for one of the days. So it's at least decent, but it's like the one time you
pretty
don't
gay.
give me Sunday, Monday off. All right.
Wait, hold
Okay,
on though.
so they have you working on the only night of the year, Christmas Eve, that the Whataburger hamburger restaurant gives their employees off. The one friggin' day of the year,
Yep.
and you got to work.
Yup.
So your situation is worse than that of the Whataburger people. That I can go there right now and get a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, and
In
here's
5 hours, I can go there and get a double cheeseburger. They're 24/7 operation.
here's the other funny thing.
Just tell them you're recognizing your religious holiday and they can't keep you.
Shit, if only.
By
Fuck,
law.
you kidding me? It's Sharakistan. The only holiday is dying.
Tell you want Kwanzaa off.
Yeah.
Tell them you're Greek
Well, make sure
Orthodox.
that,
You get the 7th off.
Go in there wearing a Kwanzaa bot T-shirt.
Start shouting, "Oy vey, Hanukkah's here."
Make sure that you at least tell them that you want New Year's off.
Oh, I'm
Speaking
taking-
of, I have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. I'm getting fucking alcohol poisoning, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
if I can
Burnside,
actually,
here's what you do. You get a piece of 550 cord, a bunch of dead chickens, drape them around your neck, and claim it's a voodoo holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, that
You
was
have to put on blackface too, buddy.
and they probably believe it too.
Shoe
But
polish.
pronounce it hoodoo. That's
Hoodoo.
far more. Yeah, it's far more believable.
Hoodoo.
Yeah, and when you do it, make sure to sing that song from what was that name of that game again? It was a zombie game.
Voodoo, from my
Princess and the
understanding,
Frog.
from my understanding, voodoo is the religion, but hoodoo is the actual witchcraft practice.
Damn it, what was that game?
Nice.
Hoodoo,
Got it
your voodoo,
backwards.
bitch.
Yeah, Hoodoo You Voodoo, bitch.
Yeah.
You got it
You gotta screw
backwards.
that
Six.
when you say it,
Voodoo,
though.
voodoo's the religion, and hoodoo
Dead Island?
is the hokum.
Yeah, Dead Island. There we go.
That was a great game. I loved that game.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucked is when you set the setting to that every zombie is the same level as you, you could not turn that off if you started a new game, because that's the only thing that really fucked me was,
Holy Christ.
That whole
finally.
game was buggy as shit.
yeah, oh god, that was a historic game. The only thing that sucked
I
was,
loved it, but it was buggy.
The only thing that sucked about that game is everyone seemed to think that Left 4 Dead was a superior product, which it wasn't. Debate me, faggots, I dare you.
yeah, I second that. I mean, I'm a big fan of both games, but I do think Dead Island
Dying
was,
Light was better.
yes,
Yeah, Dying Light was better.
yes, I agree.
My contention is Left 4 Dead is garbage.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead
You know
was
what?
a common staple. It's
I
like
saw the previews, the commercials for Left 4 Dead, and I was like, "Fuck that noise."
Dude,
No,
you paid
doesn't look
$60,
good
you
at
get
all.
4 levels. You literally
Yeah,
get 4 levels.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead is basically the Call of Duty of zombie games.
Hmm.
That's
That's
not saying much.
giving Call of Duty a bad name, friend.
I don't have a dog in the race. I don't play zombie games.
I enjoy most.
I got burnt out on zombie
of
games.
them because this is strange, but when I was younger, I actually used to get a whole bunch of zombie-related dreams, and I loved killing the shit out of every single one of them. So, you know, it was my source of morbid entertainment.
On that note, what was it? I was in 2nd grade when I saw Day of the Dead for the first time. And after that, I moved to upstate New York, and up there, wild animals fucking everywhere. So I could see their glowing eyes in the middle of the night, and I thought they were zombies, and I was freaking out about that for a long time. It wasn't fun.
Oh, interesting.
And I found $20.
As ironic as it sounds, I think that the zombie genre has been done to death.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, it's
God,
totally. Yeah, no.
And actually, I can actually relate to what you're talking about, Dave, because when I was a kid, these movies came out. I'm showing my age here. Chud and Chud 2.
Fucking
Cannibalistic
Chud.
humanoid underground dweller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, do you know what it was like when I was a kid walking past homeless people thinking that they were just their eyes were gonna light up and they were gonna chew my face off?
Probably pretty
I
often.
really thought that like the homeless guys in Manhattan were gonna eat me. It used to terrify me when I was a kid.
Well, here's a funny thing about that, Steve, is that the sequel to Chud was a comedy.
Mm.
But
Like
the
sequel to
Chud,
Evil
yes.
Dead was a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God, I
I have yet
remember
to
those
see that movie because the last time I checked Netflix, they got rid of it, and that's one of the reasons why I hate Netflix. They don't have anything I like.
Dude, I refuse to get Netflix again. I got Amazon Prime. That's all I need.
I'm considering getting that because you know what? Just fuck the complete livelihood of Netflix. The only decent
If you
thing
order a lot of stuff online, get it.
I normally don't.
Here's what pisses me off about Amazon Prime is that if you're not a member of that shit, then it makes it harder for you to buy Blu-rays
No,
and other things like that because they're part of Amazon Prime members only lists.
That's gay.
That's kind of fucked up. They're kind of forcing you to join their little
Their
club.
service.
Their cult.
Their cult, yeah. They're
Irving,
Amazon.
what are you doing with your right hand?
Never ask a Canadian that.
I saw your right hand disappear down there, and then I just see it kind of shifting there for a minute. Your arm. What are you doing?
So, gentlemen, I got to I got to go. My mom went to sleep, and now it's time to sneak into her house and set up her Christmas presents. So I appreciate the invite and keeping me awake until Jesus Christ, 30 in the morning.
Did you just admit to breaking and entering on a live stream? Okay, cool.
Yeah, totally. It's my mom, so it's okay.
Sweet.
At this
I
time,
hope she doesn't
I
have
will.
a gun, and if she does, I hope you survive.
Yeah. Too bad my mom's a based conservative, so I might die tonight. It's,
Yeah, I was gonna say
possibility.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fuck. Good luck. Merry Christmas.
I hope we get a
Sorry,
funny
Mom. It's
story
me. I
out of
love
this.
you.
It's at these times that body armor is a
Isn't
good
it?
thing to have. I'd lend you mine, but you live up north, and I don't want to walk.
It's cool. I know the dogs, and I got a key, and I used to live there when I was a wee runt and stuff. So.
Oh, that's good. So you should
I know
have
where all the
I would
creaky
assume that
floorboards
you
and
might
shit
work
are.
with your mom.
Oh,
That's very cool.
my dude, no, no.
Well, the only advice that I can give you is know where the thick walls are and hug those.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All
right, Jen.
Well, have
Merry
any
Christmas,
other-
Barbara.
Merry Christmas,
All right,
Barbara.
bro. Take it easy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Take it
Christmas.
easy, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah. Oh, you left. Damn it.
Let's see. Shall we dive into another
Florida man. Florida man.
another Florida man story, or just banter
Florida
for
man.
the rest of the next 25 minutes?
Give me a Florida
Whatever's
man, please.
clever.
I'm probably going to let it run
Banter.
probably about 10 minutes over anyway because we started late, so we could probably crank out a Florida man.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in a pretty sublime mood after realizing that I have to work Sunday and Monday, and all the money I spent to go and switch my plates and all that shit over, I could have just kept, because I literally spent almost $400 to get my plates and all that stuff taken care of, because I knew as soon as I went to Christmas and my mother would still see the out-of-state plates on my car, she'd be flipping out on me, and I'd be like, Mom, I don't need to hear any of this crap. And then she'd start yelling at me in Sweden, and I'd just go, I don't understand any of that because you didn't want to teach me after we came back to this country, and I got made fun of for it.
Kill him.
Yeah. So it's motherfucker.
Yeah, that would be obnoxious.
Speaking of
that's
motherfuckers, we have Florida man,
Oh, fuck.
and let's
Florida man
see.
loves fucking his mother.
Man in DeLand tries to flee deputies, enters lake, calls it a case of the stupids.
Enters the lake. Define enters the lake.
We will find out. A driver fled from a traffic stop on Tuesday in DeLand and tried to take refuge in a lake.
Hey, Blaine.
Apparently he's Aquaman,
So he drove into a lake.
I guess. And told deputies he fled because he had a case of the stupids. A Volusia County Sheriff's deputy tried to pull over the 45-year-old Thomas Nelson at around 10:37 p.m. Tuesday on the 1000 block of Carter Road in DeLand, according to arrest reports. Nelson was not wearing a seatbelt and had inoperable tag lights. Nelson turned on his blinker as if he was going to pull over, but he did not stop and continued driving. Nelson got out of the car, fled on foot until he reached a lake, and tried to swim away across the lake. Nelson ignored commands from deputies to return to shore, and officials tried to use a canine to retrieve him, but that plan was unsuccessful, because a canine is not an idiot. Deputies, the canine wasn't having a case of the stupids that day. Deputies used a small boat to paddle out towards Nelson and ultimately took him into custody. A glass smoking pipe was found in Nelson's pocket, and remnants on the pipe tested positive for methamphetamine, according to VCSO. Because if you're in the middle of a lake, completely waste your opportunity to ditch that shit and just let it sit in your pocket.
Yeah, seriously.
Case of the stupids.
Wow. What a fucking...
Nelson,
Ladies and gentlemen, your next Democratic senator.
there we go.
Personally, I would have at least tried to suggest that rather than the stupids, it was that if I'm in the lake, I'm only subject to maritime law.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Because water. Nelson was charged.
Salvage rights.
What's that?
Does that give the police salvage rights?
Maybe. Nelson was charged with fleeing and attempting to elude law enforcement, driving while his license was suspended, resisting arrest without violence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was transported to the Volusia County Branch Jail after receiving treatment on scene for shortness of breath because he was swimming while methamphetamines and shit like that. He was held on a total of $6,000 bond. You can find a video of the incident. Ooh, there's a video.
Oh,
okay.
Noise.
I'm looking at this dude. It says he's.
man.
I am looking at this guy. It says he's 45. He looks closer to. I want to say 55. This guy's
meth is a hell of a drug.
This guy. Yeah, this guy is only 5 years older than me, but he looks like he's 15 years older than me. Good night. Yeah, he's got that I'm a 40-year-old adolescent look in his face. Like I haven't I peaked in middle school and I haven't
Changed since.
I haven't advanced much since. All right, so here is. I'm putting this in side chat for all you to enjoy. It's a
no. Pop it in the actual chat.
I'm gonna do it both.
Okay, good man.
Okay, so this is the thing here, and you'll notice it's a FLIR camera. So we get to see this cold-blooded bastard and all his oh, holy shit!
Meth out glory.
Hey, Scoob, you need to give me a wrench.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
I'm the only one that goes around demanding wrenches. Where's my fucking wrench?
6 needs next to his name that he's a real spanner.
My sister refers to them as regular Mexicans and fancy Mexicans.
What?
Yeah, like Latino, Spanish-speaking people. They're all Mexican to her. But there's regular Mexicans and then fancy Mexicans, like Colombians or from Spanish.
Or Cubans.
They're fancy Mexicans.
They all look alike to her.
So am I? I guess I'd only be half a fancy Mexican.
Wait, are you Mexican?
No,
Yeah.
you're half a regular Mexican.
I'm half.
You're regular Mexican. Yeah. But like Penelope Cruz, fancy Mexican.
Fancy.
Salma Hayek, regular Mexican.
I'm just a regular Mexican.
Salma Hayek's only half regular Mexican. She's also half Lebanese.
Okay, so if she and I got together, we'd be two half regular Mexicans doing things.
6.
Sexy
Type
things.
just like a letter or something. Type a letter or something in chat.
Invite to the wedding.
Yeah, if you two got together, you would be an entire regular Mexican and then an entire something else.
Well, if we got together, we'd still only have half Mexicans with like quarter other stuffs.
Well, that's true. But if you two were hanging out together, you would be one Mexican and one other thing if you collectively added it together.
Right.
Coffee rights.
I think we're thinking too hard on the math of people.
Addition versus multiplication. It's not that crazy.
It's Asian level, and once we get to that level, I'm just done. I check out.
Difficulty level Asian.
Pretty
Where's our
much.
token Asian? Shouldn't our token Asian be doing this math?
Cryptic, where are you, man?
Isn't Cryptic in the chat? He can do the math for us.
It was earlier.
I'm not doing that.
He had to
Fuck
take
that
off
noise.
though. But there is the video there, and let's have a look at it. This FLIR camera of the guy with the case of the stupids.
Not just a can of the stupids, a whole case.
Well, more like a pipe of the stupids, but you know, potato.
A bowl of the stupids. Okay.
Is it a bowl when it's meth? I don't know how you smoke meth.
If it's a pipe, it's got a bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works with meth. I try to stay clear of shit like that.
The best way I hear is you file open a old light bulb, right? And you just put a little powder in the bottom and fire it up and breathe out the hole.
You know, if they do that with a CFL, they'll get all kinds of exciting effects.
Yay, Mercury!
Okay, I see the guy standing on the bank, and he's motioning towards the man in the water, and they're going out there with the canine unit. They're in the weeds, in the wet swampy weeds, and this is less of a lake.
No.
This is less of a lake and more of a swamp. I think lake was kind of overstated there. This is this is less Lady of the Lake and more swamp thing.
That's how you get bit on the dick by a water moccasin, dude.
And of course, this is Florida. So there's alligators and shit in there.
I'm more worried about snakes and shit out there, dude. Fuck.
Okay,
alligators.
now they're getting in the boat. There's like this postage stamp boat, and there's like 3 of these guys in there. Oh, another guy wants to get in the boat. No, they're actually pushing it. The water is so shallow that they're pushing the boat. The boat is having trouble moving forward because there's weeds and shit in front of them. It's like they're trying to negotiate their way through a hairbrush.
I was hoping it was going to be one of those boats with a big old fan because it's in Florida.
Yeah, now they're talking to the guy in the water. You can see his head poking out.
Hey man, why'd you jump in the
And he's like, no, maritime law.
Okay, they got guns on him.
in the water?
From the looks of it, I think I see. I can't make out what weapons those are. I think they're SIGs.
It's a taser and a grappling hook.
And one of those net cannons.
Well, if he's in the water,
I want harpoons.
yes. If he's in the water and they're doing maritime law, wouldn't he technically be like a sovereign citizen?
That defense always works.
Yeah, I've used it hundreds of times. It works every time. I should try to pull that on a cop sometime just to see what'll happen.
River? Okay.
Yeah, that bridge goes over the river.
I didn't realize.
Say hello to Jelly for us.
Jelly's right here.
Awesome. Oh, hello, Jelly.
Yeah,
Hello.
Jelly, I don't think we've met Irving before. He's our token Canadian. But he's really Kick-a-Standy, so he's alright.
Fair enough.
What kind of jelly?
Powdered jelly.
Look,
Okay,
you
I'll
can make
accept
fun
that.
of Canada, but Canadians are not Canada. Canada's not Canadians. We're having a huge disconnect right now, okay?
Just like
fucking
how,
bear with us. Give us till 2019. We'll fix this. I promise.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Just like how, what's it called?
Get rid of Slappy Fight Soy Boy.
How Montreal's not Canada?
No, yeah, it's not. You know, I live in Toronto. Toronto is one of the least Canadian places in Canada, so is Vancouver, but that's for different reasons. Montreal, the fucking French Canadians are fucking based right now, to be honest.
That's true.
Yeah. The Albertans too, right?
Yes.
Like they fucked up. They're sitting on the our Socialist Party, the New Democratic Party. But, yeah.
Alberta is
There
your
are Texans. Yeah.
If I had to live in your country, I would be in Alberta.
Yeah, and you know what?
I've been to Alberta. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, me personally, I'm thinking about moving to Quebec province.
Good poutine.
Yeah, but that won't matter for long once you guys get annexed.
You could do
50th
worse.
state.
Once Canada's annexed by Ireland.
No, 50th state. 50th state. We'll just kick out California state.
Perfect.
We don't need to flag.
I don't have an issue with that. That's actually pretty good.
We're big enough. We're big enough
trade.
to be 13 new states, man. Like, you got to be ready for
Yeah,
that shit.
you're big enough, but are there enough people?
20 states.
I say let's make a trade. Trade California stand to Canada and take Alberta.
No. Just fucking disavow California and absorb us all.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm okay with that.
I'm
pretty sure
California,
Canada, we'd like
every
like a population trade-off.
Every one of our provinces would be like Nebraska.
Yeah.
or Colorado, right? That like you have a whole state that has like 1.5 million people.
We'll give California to North Korea because they're essentially that anyway.
I think we should give California to Russia because Russia would go and clean that shit up.
Yeah, they certainly would.
No, let them go independent and watch what happens. Just point and laugh.
I'm okay with that too.
You're like, hey Putin, here's California. Do whatever you need to do to clean it up. Oh my god.
Government, I'm sure.
I am fully willing to accept the state of Jefferson back if California takes their independence.
Very well.
Dude.
I like what Six Hexenhammer said. He said that we should let California secede, and the minute they secede, we declare war on them, invade them, and then annex them. That way we take away the states. And
But Mexico will declare war before we do.
By 110%, and then some support that. By all means, let them secede and become the People's Communist Republic of China.
If California went independent, it would immediately end up run by MS-13.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It'd be
Yeah,
so fucked.
Led by MS-13 and the commies over there, and then they'll be begging.
No, the commies wouldn't last a day.
No.
Oh, the commies would be dead in 40 hours.
Yep.
MS-13 would probably make them their personal bitch, which would be fucking hysterical to watch.
And the only thing Canada needs is the magic of the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the U.S. Constitution, please, Canada be fantastic.
Yeah, we used to be great when we sort of lived along the same lines as that, and now shit's going off the fucking rails.
Yeah, if Canada had the U.S. Constitution, there's not enough soy lattes in the world to make Trudeau's day a happy day.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't have even tried to run for prime minister. He'd just sit in the Starbucks and frown.
No, he'd still be rich. He'd be smiling and snowboarding and fucking teaching people to whitewater raft and shit.
Teaching people yoga.
If that's all he's doing, he can do it. I don't care.
Yeah, no one would care.
I'm be at that point.
It'd just be like, oh, it's that douche.
My only problem with him is that he's cucking an entire English-speaking country. That's why the French won't play along.
If you killed them, they win.
Yeah, I don't think
that's...
the fact that he's capitulating and to ISIS, he was just like, Allahu come here bar, Allahu give you metal bar, Allahu surrender bar, and by all means, go ahead and Allahu rape Canada bar as much as you want. Progressive.
No, see, Quebec province is the only province actively fighting that shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they've actively
the fucking
been fighting
French
the Canadian
Canadians
government.
and the Poles, the fucking Polacks and the French Canadians are the only people outside of the U.S. in general that are like, no, we're standing up against this shit, that are fucking like standing up to a goddamn bully. Like, who would have thought that the Polacks and the French Canadians would be the front line protecting the Western world?
Le Québécois, le belle province.
Well, it's like I
Still
keep
speaking
saying,
to your
2017,
languages.
the year of Polish tourism.
Yeah. Somehow
Fuck
Austria
yeah.
is actually starting to look like they're going to do it too.
Oh yeah.
Which is
God, I
always
hope so.
Well, the
Austria.
Hungarians
Austria.
and the Czechs are following suit as well.
It looks like the Czech want to join in too.
Yep, and the Hungarians.
Yeah.
Only a matter of time between Slovakia is probably going to join suit. If the Czechs join up, then it'll be the Slovaks, then the Slovenians, and then
Even the Italians seem to want to join in as a people. The government's not on board yet, but they're working on it.
No, fuck that. Keep Italy out of anything if you want it to succeed.
I'm not saying that. You know what? They're fed up that the other people that are on their side are going to be well fed.
Yeah.
But come on, Scoob. I love Italian broads.
Oh hell yeah!
I've said for years, Rommel would have done better in the desert.
Dio,
if
they
he-
don't have no redheads.
I've been saying for years that Rommel would have done a lot better in the desert if he'd had the Italians cook and the Germans fight.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Rommel was so cool.
that's something you'll only hear on the CHAOS120 stream.
Rommel
Rommel
was
was
cool.
so cool.
Dude, he was cool as shit, bro. He was.
actually a genius.
Yeah, he's legit.
I mean, the one thing I find entertaining about Erwin Rommel is this guy was a complete badass in not only World War I and World War II, and he was respected thoroughly for it. You know, even his enemies thought, you know what, Rommel, you're not too bad of a guy. You know, it's very hard. You know, especially like how everyone, little fawns and faps and freaks out over like anything related to World War II or an Iron Cross. When Rommel comes up like, he was okay. He gets a pass. Like he's a thunk,
Listen, before we get too far from the topic of Canada, I wanted to pull this out of the freezer. The Sortilege, okay? This is a Canadian whiskey liqueur.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's French Canadian. You put it in the freezer, and it pours like syrup. Okay, it's thick as fuck.
Considering
I
it's from
swear to
Canada,
God,
I'm pretty sure it does have syrup in it.
It is syrup. It smells like syrup, and it tastes like syrup. You cannot taste the alcohol in it at all.
That's
the
a
alcohol
quick
content.
So
hangover.
fucking dangerous. If you put this on your pancakes for breakfast, you wouldn't know the fucking difference.
Based whiskey.
Oh god.
What's the
You
alcohol
have to
content?
freeze it. You have to freeze it so it gets nice and thick and it pours nice and fucking. Oh, God.
You're making me want to eat it on a waffle.
Yes, you should. Oh my God.
If we
go fucking skiing, get yourself a chalet, and fucking have this in the freezer, and just fucking get drunk from morning till night on this shit.
Can we use an intermediary, fucking the word, the middleman, fuck off, for getting us? I would acquire this syrup alcohol.
I will try to send you guys some. I mean, like, you'll have to help me out on the cost, right? But
well, yeah, duh.
Hey,
I'll do what
How much a bottle?
Canadian, like $35.
We're talking real money.
Even expensive, yeah.
That's not that bad at all.
That's not horrible.
No, it's
Yeah,
like
by all
90
means.
cents American.
Yeah. After I get paid tonight,
Are you cuddling?
If you love winter and sweet, you're gonna want to have sex with this. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's fucking fantastic. It is one of the most
Irving, are you
beautiful things I've
gonna
ever
curl
had in
up
my
with
life.
that and spoon?
You think your guns? You think your guns show my O face? This shit? Oh my God! Oh.
Well, how about this? You drink that while I rack my slide, and we'll see how big your eyes pop open.
Let's fucking overwhelm me. Do it. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we'll do it.
Irving, you had me until you said winter and then sex, and I thought Christy Winters, and no, I don't want any of that shit.
speaking of her, all right. So wouldn't it be funny if? Well, this isn't if. This is like what if? Bukkake Christy Winters.
Like as a video game?
Okay, now I'm gonna have to
No, I
rack
meant
my
like a real
slide just
thing.
to get that image out of my head.
Yes.
I'm sure we can find somebody
baby.
degenerate enough to do it. I wouldn't, but
No. I think it'd be a hell of a video game as a
Bottoms
first.
up, Irving. Let's
no, I mean like a real
guys,
thing.
You'd have to
Wow,
blindfold the participants.
Yeah, you
we
would.
actually see
You'd
Irving's
have to
eyes
be like,
start
it's
glowing.
actually a very attractive female that you're doing it to.
Yeah, I'm rolling backwards. Don't even.
This stream brought to you by Whiskey and Walther.
His yeah.
That sounds like a good pair of W's there.
His manhood is emptying into his pants as we speak.
I saw him stroking the bottle.
That's what you call a mangasm.
I prefer my nerdgasms.
I'm going to have to download this and make a GIF out of you just enjoying the shit out of that herb.
Now Irving's going to get up and start chopping a log in half with a double-bladed axe.
Yep.
While wearing flannel.
No.
No. Here's what Herb's gonna do. He's gonna pull a Weibo Jones and he's gonna pop that log in half with his log.
I have a proper splitter, right? So you set the fucking log in it and you just slam it with something heavy.
Hey, after that, man, it looks like that just might do the trick, man. Your log and the splitter.
Irving is now he can visually see the ghost of Tom Petty sitting in the corner of his apartment there.
Sitting there smoking a doobie by the Keck flag.
There we go.
Chatelet.
Daddy Lane.
Now I want to smoke a joint, you fucking guys. I haven't smoked a joint in like 3 months.
Dude, after finding out that I have to work Sunday, Monday, I could use a good joint.
Dude,
Yeah, but we'll
use
get
them.
thrown off stream if I fucking roll up, right?
Pretty much.
I think so.
What if I roll down here? Will no one know?
No.
And then I can just say it's a cigarette, right?
Just say it's a cigarette.
By all means, we'll completely play along because you know what? It's legal in your country. You should be able to legally stream it.
It's not
you know
legal
what?
till fucking summer next year.
Oh, close enough. Who cares?
It's not our channel and Scooby's muted. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm right here.
Thought that might bring you back.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I can go do my rounds again. I'll be back.
Scoob.
Cool.
Yo.
I know it's like super duper late, but did you still, and when I say super duper late, I don't mean at night, but I mean like in length of time. Did you still want the video from Moore?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, set up a Dropbox or something sometime. I don't fucking know. Because I got it all on my PC. I still have to go through there and find the bit of video of that bitch from the fucking ACLU. She was from the ACLU, right?
I think so. I don't know. I was listening to a talk. I think I told you about that, right?
Yeah. When you were listening to her talk about like why she doesn't date white guys anymore because it kept fetishizing her.
But, yeah.
Dude.
You know, and I started realizing though, I'll be damned if she isn't right though about one thing. It occurred to me. One of the reasons I always had success with black broads around here is they really do have a thing for Sicilian guys. I tell them that they're like in The Godfather, and their eyes would light up. they got a thing for it. I'm serious. So I'll be damned if she wasn't. I thought about it after a while. I'm like, oh fuck, I did always have a good track record with black chicks.
Yeah,
I
but
never really thought about it.
Her point was like that she was having issues with white guys that she was dating, fetishizing her on account of the fact that she was black and it was supposed to be like exotic or some shit like that. And
Yeah,
I don't know. Every
guess
black,
whatever she
well,
has to tell herself. You know,
yeah,
she was nothing to write home about.
no, she wasn't. Last black girl I dated, oh my god, she screwed me up bad. She gave me so many bad fetishes because, man, no joke. And like I tell people this, and the actual like legitimate Nazis on mines, like I don't know whether or not they fucking hate me or not, because like I've told them too. I was like, yeah, you know, I mean, it was like a long time ago, like 6, 7 years ago, that I dated this black girl, and she used to dress up in an SS uniform for me. Like I didn't even I didn't ask her to. I didn't ask her to. Like one day I just came back home and she's in an SS uniform. I'm like, what's up with this? And she's like, we're gonna fuck. And I want you to call me a nigger the entire time. And I'm just like, okay, let's do this. Thank you. This is a great present. How I miss her. She was awesome. I'll never get that again.
You know, honestly, I had this black mistress for a while a few years ago, and she was probably one of the most awesome girls I ever met. She was a bit strange. She worshipped the devil, and
Oh, all right.
she had a thing with exhibitionism, but she was shy about it. And she liked to be referred to as my slave. That was a thing, you know, but it wasn't on a
I
racial
know. I
thing.
love that shit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I just happened to find out about this girl as we were hanging out. She just like started talking to me, and
You know what? I think the fetishism is not really on the part of the white guys. I think the fetishism is coming from these black girls.
Yeah.
Part
I think
of it.
they
Yeah.
got freaky shit going on in their heads.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, you know, white guy, let's do this master-slave relationship. I need me some Thomas Jefferson.
See, I never really fetishized these girls. It was just I'd see them like, oh, she's hot. Well, whatever color she is doesn't matter. I mean, if the girl's hot, I don't give a shit if she's fluorescent pink.
That was a $20 joke.
Sharon
Yes.
Monaco says kind of a little bit degeneracy. No, it's a lot of degeneracy. we're being very generous with degeneracy.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm a fucking low life degenerate. It doesn't bother me. Like, I know that's where I fall in this, right? It's not a big deal to me.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
I fucking love degeneracy. Like,
I just love being a douchebag sometimes. I enjoy being a belligerent asshole when I can, you know, just for whatever reasons. Most of the time when I do
There's
it,
a difference between being an asshole and degenerate, though.
yeah. No, there is. Like, I love to debase myself for like at certain times. You know, like, why not? It feels good.
Yeah.
And no one's getting hurt.
No.
So what's the problem? I don't understand it.
Try to have that argument with the legitimate white nationalists on mine. So fucking.
Fuck.
You know what? I'm friendly to most of them, just because I feel like I should try to be friendly towards everybody, except for this one guy I saw at work today wearing a brony hat. I refuse to be friendly to him.
Okay, but that's not.
No, I'm not.
That's
I was a straight asshole to that guy today. What did you say, Burn?
Was he a quad gender transdimensional? And was he bored of bronies?
No, but he was like 45 wearing a brony hat trying to be nice to me, and I was just not having it. I was just like, no, man.
That shit disturbs me, man.
Or he probably was trying to sodomize you, said he could convert you to the cult of the Brony Lord.
No, he was hitting on this redhead I work with.
Oh.
The brony guy is.
Okay, so he probably wasn't a brony lord. He's probably like a brony squire then, because they at least have some semblance of being straight and having pride in it. You know?
I don't even know what you're saying anymore. Brony is a brony, and they all deserve to be put onto a train that gets sent to a summer camp that no one returns from.
Winter I don't know. Bronies of this generation's Nightmare Before Christmas weirdos.
You know what? I'd say that's a fair assessment.
Yeah,
I'm one of those before Christmas weirdos. I just don't have the money for all this shit.
Dude, my grandma's obsessed with that shit. Don't be mean about it.
Oh, I got a problem with it when I see like 30-something-year-old men walking around decked up head to toe in one of those hipster outfits with every single thing that they have has Jack Skellington on it. Really, you have to
Yeah, it is
have
kind of
even
cringy.
laces. Yeah.
Yeah, the most
It's like, did Hot Topic throw up on you?
Yeah. What
Like
I'd
it-
probably do is if I wanted to dress nice, I'd have like a Jack Skellington tie and a T-shirt or some shit
See,
underneath
it's
the
one
button.
thing to think Jack Skellington is cool. It's another thing to fucking like, I don't know, whatever
Obsessed.
the fuck that is. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had the same thing with what the fuck is it? Spencer's. Like people that go in and out of Spencer's, they've gotten exceptionally fucking weirder. You know, before Spencer's was like the alternative to Hot Topic because Hot Topic was expensive. Now it's like, you know, both stores kind of suck. Like the last
Well,
time I
Both
went,
stores have always sucked.
yeah, last time I went to a decent Hot Topic, I went in there by accident and I was like, holy shit, these pants fit me and I don't look like a fucking faggot. You know, everything else was like way overpriced. Like they had a simple black T-shirt that just had fucking Anarchy Star on it, $50, and I'm like, oh fuck you, I could fucking make this myself and sell it for half of that. Fuck you.
Well,
Yeah,
all.
and then but you also have to think like they have to make their money for the little Chinese children who made that.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
Somebody's got to pay for the suicide nets.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, fuck all of this. You know, they went.
Well, you know, the sad thing is, if the last time I was in Spencer's, all they selling there now are dicks.
I was just gonna
Rainbow.
say that. Yeah, you must be reading my mind, Scoop.
All
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Rick and Morty trash.
yeah.
Yeah.
All it is dicks.
Rick and Morty trash and dildos. That's all they have in that store.
Yeah, not even.
It's an SJW supply center.
Yeah, and their fucking Rick and Morty stuff isn't even decent. You know, it's like a zillion fugly looking shirts with Rick's face on it, and it's like, I like that show, but I like that show because Rick is like his asshole personality is me when I don't have sleep, and it's like I like you because you are me if I was a genius and an
I don't
asshole
know.
at the same
I
time.
watched that entire series and I laughed literally one time. I counted it.
I've never
I
watched
laughed
Rick
a
and
lot.
Morty. You know what show I watch and actually makes me laugh a lot? Regular Show.
Regular show's actually pretty good, or at least the early
Yeah.
seasons. I like the one that had a was it Evil Dead reference. That was my favorite episode.
Yeah. So
I
I've been
haven't watched it in years though.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I,
that's the show I forgot about. Is Ash vs. Evil Dead? Yeah, they're supposed to have another season out now, aren't they?
I don't even know because that was like they did a season 2 years ago or something, and now it got picked up by Netflix. So maybe they'll do it because none of those actors are working.
They've got 2 seasons, three out, I think. But I know they've got 2. There's
No,
yeah.
there's one season.
No, there's 2 seasons.
No, there
I'm gonna
isn't.
Google it. I'm gonna Google it. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
hit me
Googling
up. Yeah. Let me know if there's a second season because fucking Netflix doesn't have it.
Well, of course Netflix doesn't have it. That would mean
Netflix is garbage.
Yeah, thank you, Diogenes. Yeah, Netflix only has things that sucks balls of magnolium steel like no Northsider ever could in the deepest, most flamboyant part of Boys Town. Like I'm talking like the guy that goes to Manhole and is like the most flamboyant man of them all.
There's 2 seasons out.
Told you. Okay,
I
so
have
they
to
apparently
for a minute.
I have
So
to fucking download
Burnside,
the season.
Burnside.
Yeah.
Do you associate all Northsiders with Boys Town?
Nah, just the parts that my uncle Dan goes to, and the weird fuckers I have the most ironic luck of running into.
Okay. Would you say anybody that walked into Manhole was a fag?
No.
Okay, you better not, because I did electrical work in that place a few years back.
I whizzed past that place and I took a whiff and I went, oh hell no.
They
And
have a 10-foot diagonal projection screen showing gay porn 24/7 in that place.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
And I'm sitting there trying to work, and it's like, I gotta bend over in front of these motherfuckers. What the hell?
So how many times did you go into your toolbox and wind up with a 50 shoved into your crack?
Luckily, none. But I did go across the street because they told me there was another place across the street. They were thinking of adding some lighting outside. I went in. I talked to the owner. The name of the place was Gay Mart.
What? Are you serious?
It was a gay bookstore and paraphernalia.
Gay bookstore.
I'm going to be honest with you, though. Gay people were my best customers ever. Never gave me shit about price. They were very specific in what they wanted. There was none of this humming and hawing. This is what I want. Can you do it? Yes, no. How much? And they pay you right away. Never an issue. And always recommend you if you did a good job.
Yeah, they're normally pretty civilized, but there's the strange things that I see and when running into, it's like I have to rip on it. Just fucking have to.
Oh, no, the shit you see on the street in Boys Town, yeah, that you got to rip on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because, like, literally, the first time I went to Metro, it was like one of the first or second time I went to Metro for the Nocturna, the whole goth event they have.
Yeah.
I walked into the wrong fucking bar and paid for it, too. It was like, oh, yeah, you're here for the fucking special event? Yeah, I'll go downstairs, and it's like shirtless fuckers everywhere, and I'm just sitting there in a Guy Fawkes mask, and I'm like, I am in the wrong place. Thankfully, there was no fucking, pivoting 20-inch screen of gay porn, but it was like, oh, what the fuck did I get into?
There's thing you can do over here by me for extra money in the summer. It's called water taxi. What the water taxi is, if you want to get to Fire Island from the mainland, after the ferry, is you got to hire a water taxi. So it's just a boat, basically, and you're driving people across. And a lot of them were telling me they would take the gays over to Cherry Grove. It's famous for their gay people. And to do is, the guy was telling me, he's like, they'll muss your hair, like they pinch your ass, they do all this shit. And I'm like, I look at him, I go, why would you put up with that? He looks at me and goes, why? He said, these are all rich gays from Manhattan. He said, as they're getting off my boat, they're like, see you later, sailor. And they're all putting $100 bills in my pocket. He said, so if I got like 8 of them on this thing, he's like, that's $800. He said, they can grab my ass all they want.
See, now, hold on 1 second.
That's my entire rent for one boat trip.
That is the definition of degeneracy. I'll let him touch me up for $100.
Yeah, that's
I'll take some
flexing.
I will take some Dramamine, put on a captain's cap, and flipping pilot that boat wherever the hell they want me to go. If they give me $800 for 8 of the bastards, that pays my rent.
Look, guys, I'll be honest with you. I have, from working in a bar, I've had my ass grabbed by these motherfuckers more times than I'd like to remember. It's just something you have to, I hate saying it, it's something you've got to deal with, especially in this area. It is what it is. Really. I mean, what are you going to do? Get into a fight with every single one of them? It does suck. I mean,
not, because knowing my luck, I wound up fighting another guy who's like my uncle, who was like a Navy SEAL washout, and he was just like, oh, snap, 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 oh, punched me through a door and then some.
I got a story I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of the things I always had a problem with Hollywood. Like, it's a misnomer that they show, like, gay people as being like, yeah, they're effeminate, but they're not pussies. I'm being honest about this. You got no idea how bad these guys can scrap.
There's tough gay dudes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they're used to getting kicked on all the time.
Yeah.
That chick I've been seeing recently keeps trying to talk me into going to this gay bar with her.
Why do women always want to do that?
Go. You will not get out of there alive. They'll take one look at you. Oh my God, they'll be slipping so much shit into your drink. It's gonna start bubbling like a science project.
Oh yeah, you're all beardy and ripped, right?
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, this bar is also very notorious for people getting roofied all the time.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up with a sore ass and braids in your beard. Don't do it.
Dude, I haven't been to a bar since I came back from Germany because, well, no, that's not true. I went to one bar when I came back to the States, and I was like, this is fucking gay, and I've never been back to another one.
Yeah. I have weird luck of just running into motherfuckers whenever I go to the North End for just any of the normal nightclubs, like whenever I go to the fucking Goth Fest over at a Metro and that. Yeah, I would not want to run up running into one of those places and order a drink, because I'd be in my luck. I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, there's definitely something in my system. I'm getting the hell out of here before anything else happens.
I'm gonna have to ask you to take me one of these fests just so I can be weird and people watch, and then I'm gonna roofie you. Just because.
So freaking sling him over your shoulder and carry him off.
Way off topic. What's Jordan 250 talking about in the chat here? We did it. One of you guys commissioned memes, made it in a tune video.
Oh, awesome. No, it's probably me.
Who, Jordan?
Explain. Like, explain. We don't know.
Yeah.
Which, is it a recent tune video?
I would think if he's just yelling at us now. There's many exclamation points there.
Yeah, he's
how many? Let's see.
CHAOS120 meme master. That's normally Jordan does it.
Damn, six exclamation points.
Yeah.
Did you really just count them?
Yes, I did.
We're meticulous, the older generation.
We're thorough.
I will definitely have to go and watch this video he's referring to, because that's awesome. Yeah, we commission him for memes all the time. Sweet.
One does not simply commission a meme. One just memes.
It doesn't taste like alcohol. I'm fucking retarded. Why the fuck am I doing it?
I would recommend you screw that cap back on and put it back in the freezer.
Yeah, I should switch to regular whiskey so I can fucking monitor my intake. Christ.
I would recommend drinking straight out of the bottle.
Oh, God.
Yeah, before you start seeing waffles walking around.
Walking waffles.
Now that his chair moved out of the way, I see his liquor wall.
All right, Jordan responded, the most recent video, I recycled 2 turkey meme. All right. Cool. All right, awesome. So it's the turkey meme he recycled that made it into the video. Cool.
Fucking awesome.
We're at 20 minutes after the hour. That should give us about a solid 2 hours since we started about 17, 18 minutes late.
For sure.
Yeah, let's just go through our outros really quick. We're going to start with D, and I'll just lead us through them. So, okay, Diogenes, take us away with our outros.
Goodbye.
All right.
That's
Come on, plug your stuff, man. Don't you have a YouTube and all that?
There's only one thing I plug in. That's vagina.
Nice.
All right. Burnside.
I am the Burnside Film Project. You can find me on Gab AI. You can find me on BitChute, YouTube, and I am also on Twitter as Burnside_bums. Not the other way around, as my buddy Irving gets it as
the Bumside Burns.
That's never gonna get old.
No, you gotta wear sunblock at the beach.
I thought it was an ass syphilis joke.
I'm Greater Ajax, and remember, forgiveness is swallowing when you really want to spit.
Oh, awesome. Irv?
My ex forgave a lot then.
Oh,
Irv.
I'm Irving Twin, the angry drunk Canadian. I'm on all that fucking social media bullshit, but YouTube is apparently the only place that fucking still exists for videos. So, yeah, wish me luck.
How come I only just
Are
now
you doing
realized
that
you had a
after
tree
hours?
behind you? I only just now realized that tree behind you. But yeah, he said after hours, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna do after hours. Yeah. Give us 10, 15 minutes.
All right. Plane?
Hi, I am Tim Blake. You can find me at The Motivator Opinion. I'm on various social media. I helped Bearing find out that Christy Windsor stalks him, and otherwise I have no idea what I'm doing.
Fisty splinters.
Very cool. 6.
Hello, I am the next 6 minutes. I also have a channel called The Next Live Streams. Last night, I achieved a great milestone. I have 100 subs.
Woo! All right.
I was sub 69.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Now he didn't do it right. He goes, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Step to that Slim
There you
Jim.
go.
All right.
And I am, of course, Scooby331. You can find me on here, obviously, on YouTube, Minds, and M.A.G.A. I want to thank everyone in our panel for sticking with us tonight, and we had a really cool show this evening. I want to thank everyone in chat for staying with us and for participating. And I want to make sure everyone here has a very Merry Christmas, Yule, Kwanzaa, if that's your thing. And yeah, and if I don't see you guys, but I will, but if I don't, have a very happy new year. And thank you again, guys. And tomorrow night is Weebo's channel. CHAOS120, I'm Scooby331.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And Shadowlay.
Hey.
9/11.